guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here. Now today I'm going to talk about some things I found out about myself and a bit about the world during our isolation. Now my isolation wasn't quite an isolation as such. I actually went down and did some work in Canberra, so about 3 hours away from my house, where I live. Anyway, now one of the first things I found is I don't need people. Now, I know that might sound like a bit of a harsh statement, but I don't. I found it very peaceful being away. And in a way too, quite scary that I could just leave like that. And so where we were away, we could isolate ourselves if we wanted to. We could go grab our meals and go back to our room and stay there. And I did that on, I'd say, the majority of the times. I would go eat by myself as long as I had my laptop there or whatever, a bit of YouTube or something there to occupy my time. That was it. That was me. One of the things there is that, like, I could, easily let go of what was going on at home. Now, is that a good thing? Sometimes yes, sometimes not. There was a time there where I thought I could walk away from absolutely everything that was holding me here in Orange. And it took a little bit of realising to, it's not just about me. I have these people in my life for a reason. It's what I've grown to. It's what I've built as well. And to let it go. But, I mean, if something does happen in the future, at least I know I can easily adapt and go with it. Second point I found is that I am inherently lazy. Boy, did I let myself go. So I put on an extra 10 kilos while I was away. Some of it might have been muscle. I did a hell of a lot of push-ups and stuff, and we had a little bit of a gym. But my running really went down. And it was so easy to fall back into bad habits and bad food and stuff. And it was so hard to get running again. So, while I did end up... So, I had nothing to train for. That's the biggest thing. When I've got something to train for, I've got something to look forward to, something to push me, something to drive me. I didn't have that. None of the world really had that. So, it was hard to do that. Although I did do a virtual Spartan 10k run, and that hurt because I'd stop running, and then all of a sudden I'm going for 10k's. But it showed me that I really need to work on my running again. I really need to get back to where I was in order to feel happy. Because when I'm fitter, I'm happier, I'm healthier, all those sort of things as well, those good blow-on effects from it. Number 3 is that change is inevitable. Things will change, always. It's how you deal with those changes and what you can do, what you can adapt to, and how you can future-proof yourself for that. So I am lucky that I had this job off to the side. It's something that's always been, it's been there longer than I've been massaging and doing all these alternate therapies. So I was really lucky that I was able to go and do that for, just under 3 months. That I had that up my sleeve to be able to keep money coming in, keep paying bills, all that. As well as, the government throwing out the JobKeeper, JobSeeker, all those sort of things. And as well as moving all my stuff online as well. So that little stream of income increased to a certain degree. More about Skillshare later. Actually, right now. So what Skillshare did was, because they had an increase in the number of users or the number of people watching, and they weren't making the money, they dropped the value of the minutes watched. So people could watch for more, but you'd end up getting less money because those minutes weren't as valued. So that was just their business model. My stuff's still on there, it's still making residual income for me, some passive income for me, so hell, I'm happy. It's not my main focus. But in YouTube as well, YouTube, I got monetized while I was down there. So I had backup plans. So how it's thinking for the future. How are you going to adapt? How are you going to roll with those changes? Because we might get this second wave of things. And once again, I might not be able to do face-to-face therapies. I might not have the opportunity to go away. So how am I going to survive and future-proof myself for that and be ready for that? And with all the stuff in the stock market, it might crash down again and go to hell. And so there's a fair chunk of investment pretty much gone, useless, nullified for however long it takes to even recover, if it does recover. So it's about diversifying. Diversify or die. It's one of those things. Because there are so many people that did lose their jobs, and it's heartbreaking. Like, just about 1 million Australians. And you never know if it's going to come back or not. It's... yeah. Now what I have learnt from coming back is that to cut the fat, to cut the stuff out that's meaningless. Or not so much meaningless, but that can be done by someone else or done better. So a lot of my time during the first few weeks of isolation, I was still bloody busy. Even though I wasn't earning any money, even though I wasn't working, I was zooming around doing shit for other people that wasn't benefiting me and was actually just costing me money, so to speak. So race around and do stuff for my mum, race around and do stuff for the house, do stuff like just meaningless stuff pretty well. So that is getting cut away. If it does not serve me, if it doesn't help me serve others in a progressive sort of way, cut it out. Why do I need it? What benefit is it going to have for me? What benefit is going to have or add to my life or someone else's life? Other things I learned is don't take things for granted. I do need people. It is up to me to push myself out of my comfort zone to be with people. I am a huge introvert. I am much more comfortable by myself, doing nothing, even if it's sitting in front of the TV, the computer, or going for a run or something, or gym by myself. I much prefer that than being around a huge crowd. I don't know why. It's the way I've always been. And I've learnt to love myself for it. So the challenge is to push myself out of that comfort zone a bit, to grow. Because I did find out I was shutting down pretty much. Like, I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about anything that was going on at home. My mum would ring me about something about the business and I would just be like, Jesus, I don't care. And that's not good. My communication was getting less and less. I was getting bored with people ringing me and stuff. Another thing to cut out is I'm limiting most conversations to 15 goddamn minutes. So I've got a mate who always rings me for about half an hour, always about his own stuff that's going on. And I just sit there being, yep, oh, that's bad, oh no, oh yeah, good stuff, sort of thing for the whole 30 minutes. So I'm going to cut that down, because I've tried to make this video specifically for so many days in a row, only to have other things distract me. And yesterday was a good example. I had an hour before work. I thought, good, I'm going to sit down, bang this video out, and then jump in the shower or whatever. Well, shower first, video, then walk to work. Then half an hour of my time was gone. Absolutely gone, on the phone, to him. And I mean, stuff in his life is going great, so that is great to hear. But I don't need to hear it in the same or in a different way 14 different times over the space of half an hour, especially when I have to go to work. But anyway, that's just another little gripe of something I found out about coming back. But other than that, isolation was good. It was a much needed rest. It allowed me to sort of sit down, think about and focus on what is important. What do I want? Where do I want to be? What do I need to focus on to get there? But anyway guys, what was your isolation experience like for you? Did you learn anything? Did you waste your time? Did you do something with it? Did you pick up a new skill? Did you find a way out of a current situation that's holding you back? Anyway guys, that's all I have for this one. I'm Rob Murphy. I would love it so much if you could like, subscribe, comment on this video. Let me know how you found isolation. But anyway guys, I will see you in the next video.